everyone. So my name is Rachel Magallanes and I am the first reporter for Group 4. So our topic is politics and economy, free and unfree labor, and business risk. Objectives. First is understand the interaction of politics and economy. Second, identify free and unfree labor. Lastly, identify risky business. So, politics versus economy. So, politics government policy has always had a large amount of influence on economic growth and the creation of new business entity. So, politics focuses on governance, power dynamics, and decision-making process within the society. It involves activities related to exercise of authority, formation of government, enactment of laws and policies, and resolution of conflicts. It includes various actors such as governments, political parties, interest groups, and citizens, and operates within the framework of laws, institutions, and ideologies. And lastly, determines how resources are allocated and policies are implemented, influencing economic outcomes. So, economy. Economic conditions often inform the policy changes that governments elect to enact. So, economy focuses on the production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services with a society. Encompasses an economic activities such as agriculture, industry, trade, finance, and services. Concerned with a factors such as resources allocation, such as on demand, supply and demand, production, efficiency, and wealth creation. Economic system that can vary from market economies to planned economies, affecting how resources are managed and distributed. Economic condition and policies can influence political dynamics and vice versa. So our next reporter will broad elaborate or discuss about politics and economy.
Interaction of politics and economy. A government active role in responding to and influencing the economic circumstances of one country is for the purpose of preserving and further economic interests of the general public. The interaction of the politics and the economy refers to how government decisions and policies influence the financial activities and system within a country and how economic conditions in turn shape political decisions. Overall, the relationship between the politics and the economy is complex and dynamic, with each exerting influence on the others in a continuous feedback loop. Understanding this interaction is crucial for policymakers, businesses, and citizens to navigate and participate effectively in the socio-economic landscape. The interaction of politicals and economy. First is policy making, and the second is government spending, and the third is regulation and deregulations, and four is monetary policy. Policy making. Policy making is the process through which government create and implement rules and actions to address societal issues and achieve specific goals. And the second is government spending, refers to the funds allocated by the government for the public services, infrastructure, defense, and social welfare program, impacting economic activity and social well-being in the short term. And regulation and deregulation involves government rules to control economics and social activities, while deregulations entails reducing or removing such rules. And the last is monetary policy. Monetary policy involves actions by a central bank to manage the money supply and achieve short-term economic goals like controlling inflations and stabilizing prices. And why might the government intervene in the economy? The government has inherent interest in protecting the well-being for its citizens. Though the prevailing condition is the world, the government might see fit to enact certain legislation to preserve the quality of life for its citizens, and the government might also enact legislation to promote economic well-being and equity across different socio-economic classes. The government The government may intervene in the economy in the short terms to address immediately issues like market failures, economic instability, or to provide public goods and services. That's all. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My report is next. It's all about labor. So labor is a cornerstone of economic activity, and its classification into free and unfree labor is essential for understanding working conditions and labor rights. So number one, free labor. In a free labor or in a free labor market, individuals have the freedom to choose their employment, negotiate wages, and change jobs voluntarily, and they are not subjected to coercion or exploitation. Free labor fosters competition, innovation, and economic mobility. Free labor typically refers to work or services provided without payments or compensation. In general, while voluntary work and certain forms of unpaid labor can be beneficial for personal development or community welfare, it's important to ensure that labor practices are fair and equitable, and that individuals are not being taken granted of under the guise of free labor. Next is the number two, unfree labor. Unfree labor, on the other hand, involves coercion, exploitation, and restrictions on workers' rights and freedoms. This includes practices such as slavery, forced labor, indentured servitude, and human trafficking. Workers under free labor often lack autonomy, fair compensation, and basic human rights. Unfree labor refers to work or services that are performed under conditions where individuals lack autonomy, freedom, or fair compensation for their labor. It encompasses various forms of coerced or exploited labor. Efforts to combat unfree labor include the legal frameworks, international conventions, and advocacy campaigns aimed at protecting the rights and dignity of workers, eliminating the exploitative labor practices, and promoting fair and equitable employment conditions. Business risk. Business risk is the exposure of a company or organization has to factors that will lower its profits or lead to fall. So business risk anything that threatens a company ability to achieve its financial goals are considered a business risk. The sources of business risk are varied but include changes in consumer taste and demand, the state of overall economy, and government rules and regulations. Business risk can be created by external factors that the business doesn't control, as well as the decision made within the company's management or executive team. While companies may not be able to completely avoid business risk, they can take steps to mitigate the impact, including the development of a strategic risk plan. That's all.
Good day, ma'am. I am Joanne Gordo and I am the next reporter. Business risk. Business risk is the exposure a company or organization has to factors that will lower its profit or lead it to fail. Anything that threatens a company's ability to achieve its financial goals is considered a business risk. The sources of business risks are varied but include changes in consumers' tastes and demand, the state of the overall economy, and government rules and the regulations. Risk can be created by external factors that the business doesn't control as well as by the decision making within the company's management or executive team. While companies may not be able to completely avoid business risk, they can take steps to mitigate impact, including the development of the strategic risk plan. So, ang business risk refers to the possibility that ang usa ka company is maka-experience og difficulties due to the various factors such as competitions, changes in market condition, technological advancement, and natural disasters. So next is type of business risk. First is compliance risk. Compliance risk is it arises from non-compliance with law regulations or industry standard governing the company's operation. Failure to comply with these requirements can result in legal penalties, fines, or reputational damages. Second is the operational risk. Operational risk is the stem from the internal processes, system, or human error that may disrupt normal businesses operation, leading to an inefficiency, financial losses, or damages reputation. Number 3 is reputational risk. It is from the negative public perception or damage to the company's brand image due to the factors such as product recalls, unethical behavior, or poor customer service. This risk can impact customers' loyalty, investors' confidence, and stakeholders' relationship. And number 4 is reducing business risk. It involves implementing strategies and measures to mitigate potential threats and minimize their impact on the company. Why is risk management important in business? Risk is unavoidable. Risk management is an important part of running a business. When a business has a thorough and carefully created risk management plan in place, and when they are able to iterate on that plan to deal with new unexpected risks, the business is more likely to survive the impact of both external and internal risks. That's all, and thank you.